last episode with Tamara and Pacey, I guess, doing it. Now Pacey's a teenager and a boy at that. He's going to tell someone. He's going to tell Dawson, and someone will overhear. I mean, you could just tell it's coming. I don't know when it's coming. Maybe in a few more episodes, just to build everything up, and maybe we see Tamara have regrets because obviously with what's going on. Pacey will be very happy. And then maybe Dawson and Jen, maybe we'll get a bit of their romance. Because it is very much a little bit of Dawson and Jen. But it's a lot of Joey watching them and looking sad. It's like, okay, let's see where you're going to go with Jen and Dawson. Jen just arriving. I just remembered something. Okay.
Dawson, you disappoint me.
Look at her, those eyes, that hair.
Don't forget, he's gonna find her perfect because he's besotted.
Maintain good looks of an upper middle class New Yorker. I mean, there's no mystery there. I can
Okay, well, sorry, Joey.
Really?
Yeah. Returning to Manhattan to marry a bond trader she meets some Saturday afternoon in America's Cup.
Right, because you know Jen's life.
In a year, they moved to suburban Connecticut. Offhand, I'd say separate vacations. Dawson? I know your cinematic
Whoa,
are
I was
evolving,
waiting
but
for him to react to that. We'll get
the
into
rest
this
of my
moment.
I didn't shoot this.
You're watching
It's
porn.
funny, that woman looks familiar.
It's your teacher.
I know what you mean. You brushed her hair out of her eyes a little? It could
Mm-hmm.
almost be...
Miss Jacobs.
They're gonna think it's that teacher, whatever his name is.
Oh my god.
Ah, they are saying it straight away.
English, Miss Jacobs?
The very same.
A tape of Tamara?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tamara?
I know
Did you not
your
realize
wife
he just said her
is
name?
Saving herself for you, but...
Standard over the shoulder shot. We can't see the guy's face.
But you can tell the hair.
So if you think
Even though it
so,
doesn't look
back
like
then,
Pacey's hair.
For the guy with the brown hair and throbbing neck muscles.
He's got all this experience. It's a
Holding hands. Look at these two
Someone
kids.
once said that the more a person talks about it, the worse they are at it.
I take it we're not alone?
Yeah.
Practically a menage a trois. Just look at it this way, Dawson. Repressing desire can only make it more powerful. So I figure the next time I see
I
you,
mean,
we
yes,
can
they
do
are
a little
teenagers.
kick.
I mean, she is a teenager and Grant has got to realize this. She's not having sex with him.
Do you do these
Yeah.
things to upset me, Jennifer?
It was only a kiss, Graham. It's for what, like 15 minutes now?
I don't do this to torture you, Jennifer. I do it so you won't stray down the same path twice.
Well, she hasn't done anything. She's been pretty
I
good.
wasn't bored of this.
Before seeing this scar underneath my chin, you believe that?
You mean the one you got from that moped accident like 10 years ago up in the Cape?
See,
Yes,
it's how,
thank you,
she
Dawson.
doesn't remember
Thank you very much. Now, you
small
see, there
details.
was
That's
someone
worrying
knows my
about
face
their
better than you do.
marriage. Suspicious.
Pacey. Dude, I knew you had it bad for him, but calm down. It's not such a big deal.
It is a big
No.
deal because it's him.
I mean, not that I've lied to you or anything, just withheld some details.
Yeah, technically he hasn't
Okay.
lied. He just hasn't told the whole truth.
But
It's also gonna believe him though.
cursed with self-awareness. I'm not the guy who gets the girl. The guy who talks about getting the girl, but not the guy who gets her. Enough people
The
say
class
that stuff
clown?
about you, and you start to believe it yourself.
I'm not quite following you here, Pacey.
I'm the one screwing the teacher.
I got the girl this time, Dawson. The guy with the brown hair and the throbbing neck muscles.
That's me.
The guy with Tamara Jacobs. That's me. Just talking.
I didn't realize he told him here. I thought he told him
Oh, I wish it
in.
was, 'cause off
the
the top of my
restroom.
head, I can think of about 40 reasons why this tape could ruin my life.
She could go to prison.
This is going to sound a little strange, but on the tape, I mean,
Was I good?
did I look all right?
Grandmother.
Uh-oh.
Mom?
I like the yellow one better, I think.
Do you?
This one.
In
Mom?
town as well, where everyone can see.
Joey, oh, this is a surprise. What brings you out
Yeah,
here?
he's too young to pick up on her stuttering and the way she's talking to
I'm
clearly
sorry,
indicate something's
Dawson,
wrong.
This is...
Bob Collinsworth.
Yeah. 6 and 11, right?
Right. Anyway, it's wonderful to finally meet you, Dawson. Your mother's told me all about your
Oh,
family.
I don't like it, because if they do divorce and he decides, oh, I want to be your friend. No.
And You know, maybe I'm just asking for it right now, but I would rather that you say whatever it is you're thinking than continue to look at me the way you are right now.
You know that boy only wants one thing from you.
No.
Actually, yeah,
Honest
he'll
and
want
romantic.
that.
And him in that pot.
The entire highlight reel yesterday afternoon.
So I'd be correct in assuming you have certain feelings for him.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah, you would.
she's a teenager, she's hormone, she likes it.
Nothing can be done about that.
Oh, just the approved 10th grade reading curriculum. I'm trying to choose the next book for our class. Any
Our
suggestions?
class.
Yeah,
Remember that he's a 10th grader.
Action. Romeo and Juliet. They have sex. Next thing you know, they're killing themselves. The Scarlet Letter. Hester Prynne has sex.
Yeah, but
Next
you're
thing you
only
know, she's an
getting into like
outcast for life.
little aspects
The,
of these books. There's a
big one,
whole
the-
plethora of reasons things
Yes,
happen to
that one.
these
That guy
characters.
sleeps with...
He
Right.
does get
Reaction.
better with filming.
And I want complete honesty. If you hate it, I can't even anticipate the Darwin spiral it might send me on.
Okay,
Pathetic shriek
so then why ask her?
Dawson.
Natural skepticism, perhaps?
Well, get
Because he
over it.
likes her so
Everything
much,
in
and he
life
still
has
can't
to be
believe she
so
likes him.
complicated.
Never realized how large his head is and how small hers is.
Dawson.
Oh, look at him!
All right, that was great.
Oh, ADR. They're doing ADR. Make the scream
Seen
louder.
your mom this morning yet, Dawson?
I'm sorry, Dawson.
Okay, we'll take a break.
Oh, Dawson, look, there's your mom.
Uh-oh. In front, so everyone at the station knows.
Kind of stuck here with little more than a semi-stranger.
No, I think you might be one of the best
I mean,
people
we
he
always
can
have
talk
something to
to.
say to each other, even if our conversations are more banter than real talk. You know, fun.
Oh,
I need to
Joey.
talk to you.
Because her reaction, possibly?
Serious.
Oh, is she gonna tell him that I
Get
knew?
rid of adulteries in this town? I mean, your parents, my parents. We live in like this Norman Rockwell picture postcard town with whitewashed fences.
Yeah, but
and
that's not how
three-tiered
life
houses.
is. A lot of people cheat.
Right? Joey,
She's making it very obvious. She knew.
did you?
You're a pretty perceptive guy, usually. But I think we can agree that you've been a little preoccupied.
What are you talking about?
You can't blame Jen.
Blonde hair about the last stages of a B cup.
Bye. See you later.
They really
Have a
do
nice life.
enunciate a lot on this show.
Hey, I didn't see you at the station yesterday. I thought
Oh,
were
I
gonna
saw
stop by and
you.
say hi.
Things got a little crazy, you know.
Sorry I missed you.
Fine.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
believe you. You've never been very good at disguising that look of preoccupation you get when something is bothering you.
I'm gonna bore myself.
No, not at
No,
all.
he needs to let it out. He
You
needs
know, I'm
to
glad that we can
say
talk
these
about
things.
this. I was a little hurt earlier when you wouldn't say a word to me, and I was sure you ran to pour your heart out to Joey.
I really want us to have a chance. Okay?
Well, that's nice.
No secrets between us ever.
Uh-oh. What about her life
Yeah,
back in
yeah, I
New
mean,
York?
I mean, come on, don't you ever wonder why 2 months ago, why I suddenly come to live up here?
Well, you
course
told me
you
it's
did.
because your grandfather's sick and your grandmother needed your help, okay? So why are
So
you?
let's hear what Jen's got to say.
Look, my parents didn't exactly send me up here to help out Grams. They sent me up here because the cliches about teenagers in the big city are true.
She was the cliche.
Cliches.
Grow up too fast, stay out too late, hang out with the wrong kind of people, have
That's what
sex
she
too
did.
young. Dawson, there was kids like that.
Yeah. Like, it was, I mean,
Sex part?
Yeah.
because she did say she was a virgin. I mean, it is a lot of information for Dawson. And he does wear how he feels on his face. You can tell everything he's thinking and feeling.
Don't turn what around?
The issue.
She doesn't know.
Do you like him or do you like me?
You start sounding your age.
I saw you two at lunch yesterday.
Thank you,
and
when
today
he sounded
going down
his
the hallway
age.
Laughing together the way you brush his arm. Who's it gonna be tomorrow, me or Mr. Gold?
Uh-huh.
Benji and I have so much in common. We love to talk
Closer
about
to you.
books and authors, and we're both big opera fans. Not to mention our legendary man troubles.
Man troubles.
I knew it.
Yes,
I mean,
apparently in your extensive
I mean, I knew.
research, you failed to.
Think you owe me about 7/8 of a conversation?
Yeah, I guess I do.
I mean, it's probably just my own pathetic insecurity, but I...
No, he's being
Just moaned
funny.
him on last night. Make sure you're okay with what we talked about.
I feel like you want me to say something. I don't know what it is.
Well, then let me help you out. You could tell me why you've been avoiding me all day, or what's behind that look in your eyes, whether it's repulsion or jealousy or complete disapproval, because I know I've never seen it from you before.
She's not a virgin because she's had sex with other guys.
You see,
So?
this is what I don't understand about you, Dawson. If she wasn't a virgin, don't you see what she's doing for you?
No.
You don't see it.
I want to hear
don't.
this.
She's saying, look, I understand you're a little nervous about making the first move on me because you're some romantic.
No,
women like
Pierce,
me
yeah.
up on a pedestal. So here, I'm
No.
going to give you the greatest gift. Anything
But I love hearing this
you can
conversation.
give
This is what we are like
experienced guy.
when we're teenagers.
Exactly.
This is gonna suck.
Surprise.
Which is a little...
I wonder, yeah, are they gonna get a
I
divorce?
admit there's a strong possibility this is not the right time for this.
But you know, after 20 years, I can still say...
He
the same
does
thing I
what
did
Dawson does,
then. Can't
overtalks
imagine
him.
my life without her.
Dawson does that.
I need some advice.
And what field do you consider me an expert in?
Dawson?
Leary.
I think I have a minute.
Yeah, she's like, now I'm
So
interested.
disappointed in me, which of course made me angry, and now I don't know where we are.
Only sees things in black and white. Anything else confuses him.
She's not wrong.
And when it comes to women, there are popes who've had more experience. I'm just trying to tell you that every guy who grows up to be one of the good ones, he was probably a dweeb with girls when he was 15 too.
I respect you.
company.
Basie,
Yeah.
not the one in high school?
Yeah. He was your age.
I didn't mean my high school.
No.
Well, it's been another busy week here in Cape Side. Last two people I ever thought would agree on anything now do. Only 55% of my peers will have had sex, and in 5 years it'll be almost 100, and nobody will care when I did it.
Why are we doing statistics?
But as for now, it's an unfortunate and major deal.
You're gonna screw it up, you know.
What?
Jen,
Jen.
she came and talked to me. I told her, sit tight, he'll be back.
I don't want to talk about it right now. With you.
Oh, ouch.
Come on.
Now he's
Nothing is
angry.
a chance to dish about the girl of your dreams.
Everything between us recently, we just...
Because there's
We're not getting along
something
the same
more
way.
than just friendship clearly between them.
So the friendship, you don't think we're friends anymore?
This whole episode has been about not just discoveries, but
You
honesty.
get angry at me too easily.
You're way too critical to me.
Eyes drifted slowly. From her to me.
Everything is always
Back to
written
her.
like a script when they talk sometimes. Like this fairy tale
Back to you.
idea.
Well, good night, Dawson.
Night night.
All this subtext is making me tired.
Yeah, me too.
Too.
There you go. They're building up what's going on between these two more and more as each episode goes on. I don't think so. I have to say, as each episode goes along, it is getting better in terms of the writing. Of course, they're still trying to set things up, but as it's a much smaller season, it's a half season, as it's a mid-season replacement, I believe. But they are setting things in motion. This episode gave a lot of revelations. And yes, it is very 90s cliche teen drama, you know. That's what it was like if you ever go watch, especially US shows. Like, it very much was like this. Like, they're following a formula that many shows did before it and after. Pacey's an interesting character because, you know, he sees Tamara with the other teacher and the instant jealousy, and his demeanor changes. The insecure teen comes out in him. And there's moments where he was honest with Dawson about how he feels, you know, and that was a nice moment because we don't see those two best friends really interact that much. Pacey, because his story arc is with Tamara, he's away from the group because obviously the love triangle is a main focal point. Joey is a very tiring character in season 1 because it's constant digs at Jen and little quips and comments, and it's like, okay, we get it, you're angry. And it's not just angry at Jen, it's just hormones, but just angry at the world. And she's super, super intelligent as well. So she knows what she's being like. And then there are moments where Jen comes to her and Joey will talk to her like that and talk about things and be open. And I really like it. It's really refreshing when she does that. And then she goes and talks to Dawson. You know, she takes initiative. She doesn't like things to fester. And I think it's because she's been through so much. And Dawson is now going through something. And they can talk. But that whole last scene was very clear. Sexual tension between them. Also romance. What is going to happen. But you can tell the show is building up to those two getting together at some point. It's been made very clear, and it's getting stronger and stronger because he's having issues with Jen. He can't accept that she had a life before him. And I think also maybe it takes him back a bit because obviously she is from New York and he's from this small town in North Carolina. And things are different. And as Joey said, the year before he was like a shrimp, he was tiny. And so he didn't have a chance with girls. And then this beautiful girl comes from the big city and he's built this movie-like scenario in his head, and she kind of smashed it and brought reality back down to earth for Dawson. And that's the thing. There are things I like. Sometimes it is written very much like it's clear that it's written by an older person who I doubt spoke like that at 15. But then there are moments where you really can tell their ages, all of them, with the way they react to how they speak, what they say about stuff, and you go, oh yeah, they're teens. And that's when it becomes refreshing because you take that moment like, yes, of course, they're going through all of this. Grams is Grams. I remember when I first watched Hating Grams because of obviously wanting her to ease up on Jen, but also, you know, she's just the way she was. But Grams is an interesting character because obviously there's the religion aspect, but then she is concerned for Jen. She doesn't know how to communicate with her. And obviously then there was Jen. Jen was a wild child. She's trying to calm down and better herself, especially at such a young age. And then she's just kind of been thrown into this romance and then clearly a love triangle. And they are all very perceptive about themselves, about the things around them. And that is a bit refreshing, especially when they kind of put blinkers on, because people do, especially at that age. And then, of course, Dawson finding out about his mum's affair and his world just kind of shattering. And I really liked that he didn't say anything to Jen. It was in that moment where, what does he say? And he does wear his emotions on his face. But I'm glad that he didn't tell the dad then, but he's got to tell him, or the dad will find out soon. And he's going to break his dad's heart. But yeah, there was a lot of tension. A lot of tension in this episode, a lot of discovery. I actually think this is the episode so far I've enjoyed the most, and I think it's because you can tell the writers are starting to understand where they're going with the show, with the characters. And I mean, that's a good thing for only 4 episodes in. Of course, things will develop and change. But I'm very intrigued because, again, I know elements of what's going to happen, but I don't know when. And it's very small elements. Like most of this episode, I had no clue anything. The only thing was I didn't realize Pacey was going to tell Dawson about him and Tamara. Now, I thought it was like in another time, another episode, but that must be when it all comes out and someone overhears them, so they know already. But you know, someone will slip up because Pacey gets a bit too cocky. But for an episode, I think I enjoyed it. Yeah.